going on, everybody? Welcome back. I guess we're welcoming ourselves back.
I missed you.
To episode 50. Episode 50 of Failure Made Monsters. I missed you too, buddy. I missed all of you. All of you. I've seen your ass a lot since then.
Yeah.
Everybody else, haven't seen you guys. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us this wonderful Tuesday evening in the middle of February, day after Valentine's Day, and I hope you had a lovely day. A lot to catch up on, but
so much.
Right, but before we do, just a quick upfront, I'll let you guys know our guest this evening is going to be Father Sebastiaan. Guy's got a whole lot of credits, kind of a multi-hyphenate, the way that I like to claim to be. And Dane, we're the artist types, just like to do shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Jack of all trades.
Exactly. He's a master fangsmith, published author, the impresario of Endless Nights Vampire Ball. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk to him about, and he's got some big news for himself as well. So that's cool. We're looking forward to chatting with him later. But before that, obviously, we need to catch up with you. So, hi.
Man.
Good to see you.
Hey, how many times did you catch COVID while we were
all right. All right.
Oh, we start there.
We'll catch up. So we've been off for a little while, and the quick reason that the whole break happened is, you might notice the background here is different. I moved. We moved house. Yeah. So we changed locations, and then it took a while to start getting things set up, and then a whole mess of other crap happened. And somewhere in there, I went back home for a little while to see my folks for the first time. I brought gifts. I got all the love and all the COVID I could handle. Yo. And I came home, and I was sick for like 2 weeks. That was pretty much the beginning of January.
Like 2 years through a pandemic, goes home.
That's why I didn't go home for such a long time. I knew it was going to happen. It's going to go straight to Jersey and walk out of dirty Jersey with the dirt. So that's what happened. So anyway, I got sick. And then Dane caught it again.
Yeah. But mine was way cooler.
Yours was way cooler.
Yeah. I got it. New Year's Eve party. Fuck yeah. Not the New Year's Eve party. It was the after hours to the New Year's Eve party.
Is that really cooler?
I mean, whatever.
Is it?
Potato. The thing is that I was having a funner time, I think, debatably, than you were when I got it.
Oh, that's for fucking sure. I got knocked on my ass for quite a while, and then was feeling the whole after effects for that for a bit. So I'm real glad I was vaccinated, because that shit would have knocked me down. It was Omicron too. It wouldn't knock me out. But
yeah, you got Omicron. You didn't get the OG.
I didn't get the OG. No, and I still I lost my voice. I was in and out for 4 days. It was pretty stupid. But anyway, I'm better. Voice is better. Everything's good. And as a result of the voice being better and me feeling total shit at the beginning of the year, when I wanted to kick it off, we decided let's get this shit going.
Let's get the band back together.
Let's get the band back together. Let's get this, get everything rolling. And as you may have noticed in the little name on the bottom, I had a little rebranding. Dane's had a little rebranding. It's not Dane Alexander anymore. What is it now?
It is now straight up. It is now just Dane the Great, but you can call me the Great for short, though.
Indeed, you can. And I am Santino the Misfit, but now it's just the Misfit with X's. For eyes.
I love that. I still love that.
So hence that's it, man. So we got our first big announcement. Very excited about this. I know we've been talking about it. We've plugged songs in here that never came out and all this stuff, because I was trying to figure out.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do next musically and stuff, and I finally figured it the fuck out. And I knew it had to involve Mr. Dane the Great over here, and we've been working on tons of shit, and so much stuff had been recorded, and I was just like, let's get this right the first go. So first single, featuring Dane the Great by the Misfit, Shot Full of Holes, drops March 4th. March 4th, we'll be live everywhere. Very excited for that. We're in the middle of working on the video. So, we got a lot of good shit coming for you. And the plan is to hopefully drop a new song every 4 to 6 weeks, if we can keep up on that. So every month or two ish is the plan. We got the music, tons of fucking music, and we're just tightening, buttoning, doing the thing.
All up in your fallopian tubes. Just
all up in your fallopian tubes.
In there.
So I'm quite excited for that. Hola, Mariah. Good to see you too.
Hey, Mariah. Go back like babies and pacify. I have not had Uncle Nearest in the better part of a year. And because we just announced new music coming out and it's our return, I'm going to have a celebratory.
I wasn't going to drink, but because you said that and it feels like a celebratory moment, I poured myself a little of the good stuff.
There we go.
A little bit of that extra añejo, the super distilled one, so it's clear, but it's
wait. Stuff. Other stuff too. You had a whole so much has happened. You had a birthday.
First.
Oh shit.
You, sir.
Oh, salud. Mio fratello mio. Still fucking good. Still delicious.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So I had a birthday.
You had a birthday. I helped to surprise you.
That's when I had COVID. That was fun.
I did a great job of surprising you, I think.
So I had a surprise birthday after the fact that my amazing, wonderful wife.
Hello, Puppet.
Yeah. Shout out to my wife, Kirsty. She actually got me. I thought it was just going to be a low key thing with you and your girl. And and it ended up being fucking like 15 of my friends all hanging out, crammed into this tiny little room to surprise me. And it was pretty wild. So thank you to everybody who came. Thank you, Maya, for happening. Obviously, Dane, thank you for coming.
Hey man, it's my pleasure. The fact that you didn't hear us in that room, because I don't have a low version of my vocal volume. Like I'm just like
no, you don't.
So I was talking to Bryson. Bryson was there. Shout out Bryson, by the way.
Shout out Bryson.
I was talking to Bryson, and this is my whisper.
Show me some.
Yo, I wonder if he can hear us in here. That's my whisper.
Yeah.
I wonder if he can. Yo, y'all are being too loud. That's my whisper. I don't have an inside voice. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, it's all good, man. It worked out really well. Saying hello to and here he is, Rolo. There he is. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. And of course to my wife.
I got drink in the cup.
Too, baby. We're talking about you. Your ears are burning. But yeah. So
big fish, little fish, cardboard box.
Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. That's also the first song. That party too, speaking of, that was the first time I had seen Bryson. So Bryson and I had done some stuff like when I was in Scarlet Carson years ago, when we played with Papa Roach at the House of Blues. That's when I met him. And that was like, what, fucking 2011 or something? Rolo was actually there. Mariah too, maybe. And I mean, it's quite a fucking while ago. And I had not seen him since until last month, which is nuts.
That brings up a good point. Like I was watching the intro or whatever, and I'm like, you know what's good about it is even though through all COVID and us being away for a little while or whatever, I still fuck with all these people. I still know all these people. They're still in my life. You know what I mean? Because a lot of motherfuckers don't last. So that's cool as fuck.
Agreed, man. It was and I've seen him a bunch since too, which has been great. Kind of reconnected a friendship there, man. He's a really good dude, and
he's funny.
Yeah, and there were other people too that came out that I hadn't seen in a while because of the pandemic for the last couple of years. So it's a hell of a fucking night, honestly. Yeah. I had an absolute blast. Really excited for the new song. When we get a little closer to the day, we're gonna be doing episodes every week now. We're back. Don't have a set schedule yet, but
it's official.
Yeah. It's official. We're back. So we'll start playing little samples and teasers and stuff for you coming up in the next couple weeks. Yeah. I mean, look, we could sit here and talk about the news and shit too. I know there's some stuff that, gazpacho and Gestapo and all that crap. And it's like no shortage of dumb shit that happened. But in the comment section, if you guys want, let us know
what you want us
what you had going on. We're curious, how was your
life, bitch? What's your life like?
How was the end of your year? Drop us some lines if anything interesting happened to you. I just want to know. I see a lot of our regulars in here, so we appreciate it. We'll make sure you guys
love y'all. I love y'all so much. I really do.
Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. I know
half a chub just seeing all of you.
Just a little. Half stocked.
It's not nothing that I would want to walk into the room with. But if you pulled my pants down and you just happen to
don't walk into the room with.
Okay.
You're not peacocking.
That was good. I've been looking back at a lot of the footage and stuff, and I want to do a better job of giving you some more of those. So I'm gonna give you some more of those. That's one of my resolutions. Give Teeners more fucking pub on his fucking jokes.
I'm quite all right with that. I'm quite all right with that.
Real quick.
Oh, yeah,
I did want to, because we kind of there was a lot of birthdays hugged up over the course of January, going into February. So some fell through the cracks. I did want to shout out Matt Slayer. I wasn't at your birthday. I'm sorry.
Shout out Matt Slayer.
We can get you back on the show. I fucking love you, dog.
We absolutely will. And you can go find his podcast, And Now We Drink. And within the last couple months, that's one of the last times Dane and I had done a podcast was on his show.
And it's hilarious.
During our break. Yeah.
We were hammered. I was hammered.
Yeah.
I was hammered drunk.
Got a little toasty. It was nice.
The best part of it.
Good time. Another small development. I have since removed the Mainstream Misfits YouTube channel. Is now officially the Failure Made Monsters YouTube channel. So you go on there, you can find everything sorted out by guests. We're going to start adding more clips from the shows that exist, and obviously subscribe, hit the notification bell, and anything that pops up on there will be related to this show and Dane and I exclusively. And that's it. He and I built this thing together, so it is for us. My Mainstream Misfits brand is the production company, and that's it. So we're gonna make that shit Failure Made Monsters all day. So go on there, please subscribe,
please. And comment. Like I jump on there and I see that
like,
shit.
comment,
It means a lot. Like I had actually, quick story, fucking whatever. I had Rock's mom, my other mom, hit me up last night randomly because she she was saying Happy Valentine's Day, whatever, but she's like, yeah, I was watching the Super Bowl and I was thinking to myself, man, Dane I could really picture you being up there and like performing. And it's just like little stuff like that you think is small. You know what I mean? It just, it'll hit you and you're like, damn, let me get back to work. I was kind of, you know what I mean? I was kind of teetering a little bit, but now I'm dialed back in again. So
we got it. We got
to say, you know what I'm saying? Like any, just say it sucks, say it's great, whatever the fuck. It's something, and we always appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It's hearing little things like that from people, especially people who have been with you from jump. It makes a big difference, man. I always go.
I love you, Simone.
Shout out to Rock's mom. Another, just to be totally honest with everybody watching, another reason that the end of last year we kind of took the break and I couldn't get everything together on my end was just like I was going through a bit of a funk. And Dane knows this well. So it's, hearing those little things, you helped me out a lot, dude. Like, big time, getting through all that nonsense. I don't usually find myself in that position. I've always been pretty tunnel visioned and on to the next thing. And people who follow me know that I'm just always doing something when movie, band, solo, whatever. And then when the whole world kind of shut down and I was forced to slow down and I didn't know what I wanted to do, it kind of got me, it threw me for a loop for sure. And now I'm pretty excited with the direction we're going after all the good encouragement from you and you telling me if we're going to work together, it needs to come out before you die or retire. That's stuff in a minute.
Like I gotta empty the clip. Fuck.
No, we're making it happen, man. We're making it happen. So I'm really excited to let you guys hear the new stuff. We're taking a little bit of a spin on what I've been doing, what Dane's been doing.
Do we want to let them know what it's called? Like the genre's called?
So we're kind of, we're fucking around with the name right now. I don't know if it's going to stick, but it's like cyber big beat electro punk. It's kind of,
every time you say it, okay, here's why.
Cyber big beat electro punk.
Every time you say it, I hear Kirsty's voice. Every single fucking time.
Same. It's impossible not to.
So it needs to happen.
Yeah, that. So picture like the Crystal Method and the Prodigy meets Run the Jewels. That's what the new shit sounds like. So, and that's the game plan. It's like this old genre that existed at the end of the 90s, mid 90s into the early noughts with like, these awesome acts like the Prodigy and Crystal Method and whatnot. And you had like the whole movement with Fatboy Slim, Propellerhead and all. So there was a lot of like this cool mix of EDM, a lot of cool like breakbeat samples, and then like these like alternative hip hop injections into it. So that's what the new stuff sounds like, because it just, I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but so it's a mix of that old kind of a revitalization of that genre with an infusion of like a modern alternative hip hop and put our little twist on it. It's the Misfit and Dane the Great bringing the fucking hotness. That's the thing, right? Bringing the hotness.
I never heard you say like it's the Misfit and Dane the Great.
So when you say it like that,
it
sounds we change the fucking names, man.
Sounds kind of official and shit.
I was going Santino the Misfit. People, expect me to break out the guitar and start playing flamenco. Like it just it doesn't give you the feel that I needed to give you. So let's keep it short and sweet.
I felt that in my plums. So we're good.
That's it. Deep in my plums.
Yeah, I love that you got the reference. Man. Good job.
That's it. In my plums.
That's why
the juice run down my chin. Will Ferrell's a fucking genius, dude.
Will Ferrell's a goat. I don't care what anybody says.
Going into the comments real quick. This is great. Mariah walked into the room saying butt stuff.
Fuck yeah. So
that works.
Yeah, you know what time it is. Just you wait. I got so much butt stuff to talk about.
Oh, and congratulations. Rolo, the girl. No, really.
Wait, what happened?
They got married. That's right. The DR. Congratulations.
Wow. Congratulations in order.
And Jazz is 21 now. Oh, damn.
Nice.
That made me feel old.
Drinking age.
There were children coming to our shows. So,
really?
Happy birthday.
Okay, we don't need to talk about that.
No, it's not.
Look at all of them.
Damn.
Somebody said
Corinne, I think Corinne had COVID. I hope you're feeling better now, Don.
I hope you're feeling better. The Omicron doesn't have hands like OG, so hopefully you're doing good.
No, didn't level me quite as bad. Good.
Somebody sent me a meme that I think I forwarded to you. That it was like it said, "Oh, millennials are like watching the Super Bowl, and they're like, oh man, instead of them doing like acts for old people like Rolling Stones and shit, they're doing like acts for like the younger generation with Dr. And then it hits them.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
No, that can't be. That can't be.
Yeah, I mean, the younger generation anymore.
50 Cent made it real glaringly obvious, I feel like, but I mean, it's not that. It ain't that. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. It wasn't that long ago that Kendrick Lamar dropped his first album 10 years ago. So
Kendrick is the youngest dude up there. No contest.
Yeah, he was the youngest one easily.
Yeah, no contest.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was. Did you watch the halftime show?
I did watch the halftime show. I didn't get a chance to watch the game. By the way,
game was fucking great too.
Rock, Dwayne, Brandon. I'm sorry that I didn't pull up to watch the game with y'all. I was very busy overhauling my name change and my website and shit and all that. And I'm sorry. I was focused. I'm sorry. But I'll make it up to y'all there. If y'all
more news from the comment section. Mariah got the promotion she wanted, and her birthday is this Saturday. So happy early birthday to you. And congratulations on the promotion. Hell yeah.
Get that bag, sweetie.
See, people making it happen in 2022. I feel like feels hopeful for the first time in years.
It's the snapback now. Like everybody took that big ass L, and it's like, all right, now I got to get it back harder.
Absolutely. Speaking of coming back harder after almost taking a big L, I know you didn't watch the fucking game, but shout out to the LA Rams. Like, so I've been obviously I'm a diehard lifelong Giants fan, always will be. But in my adoptive home, the Rams are a team I've been following, especially when they took on OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., because he's an OG Giant. I've been following his career since he started. To see him get a ring and then to see him get it even after he got injured in the first half, which was fucking brutal to watch.
I was going to ask, so how did he get injured in the first half? I didn't actually see that.
He just a bad step. His cleat looked like it caught the ground, and he just fucked up his knee. I don't know if he retore his ACL in his left knee, which is an injury he had a while back, and I don't know if that's what happened, but you could see it. He knew immediately. And it was rough, and he was off the field the rest of the game. But he put up those 7 points in the first half. And he's obviously, he's been a game changer for them. Stafford, Donaldson, and Kupp, holy hell, that last drive was amazing. What a night for LA in general, given the halftime show that happened at the Super Bowl in Inglewood at SoFi Stadium with the LA Rams winning the game.
And letting the culture shine through. That was just a lot. That was a lot of a whole lot of wins all in one night.
Straight up, man. So that was pretty damn amazing. Sorry, Slim. We love you, buddy.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love you. I was like, oh, somebody's got to lose though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As a Giants fan, I'm familiar with that.
And of course, as a Bears fan, same.
You know.
But I wish I would have been able to watch it.
Yeah.
No. But I did.
It was great. It was a great game. Great game.
I did make it a point to watch the halftime show just because I was like, K. Dot never disappoints. He never disappoints with his live show. Like
literally thinking out the box.
Yeah, every single time. And then you haven't seen him really perform in a while, right? Like
not like live. I haven't seen him do anything live. We hear stuff and see videos and all, but I haven't seen him just up there doing the thing. And to see Dre playing piano.
Oh wow, yeah.
When that whole scene with M kneeling and shit, that was fucking.
That was cool.
Oh,
kneeling because of Tupac, apparently.
Is that what he said?
No, that's not what he said, but that's what people said.
He made it clear what it was for before.
Yeah, people are like, no, it was because it was just to show respect to Pac because Pac wasn't there, blah, blah. That's why he was playing, Dr. Dre was playing Pac's song, when he took the knee. And I was like, nah, that might be how he snuck it past the league so that he could do that shit. Yeah. Because I know they told him they didn't want him to do it.
They said no, to my understanding.
Yeah, but it's fucking...
Who tells Eminem no and then expects him to listen? Come on now.
He's like, what are you gonna do? He's a big bank, take little bank. What are you gonna do?
Big fish, little fish, cardboard box.
Cardboard box.
I heard afterwards. I saw Ice-T posting on Twitter too. There were gunshots and shit outside of SoFi already.
Oh, definitely, gotta be. Yeah, so that's to be expected. That. And then they were burnouts, crazy, all that shit.
Fucking thing, man.
It was
LA showed up in all the ways.
Yeah,
LA showed up in all the ways. Speaking of the Bloods.
Wait, what?
Speaking of blood,
Hold on.
Our guest tonight.
There we go. Oh, there's the segue.
Is this the segue?
That was terrible.
Speaking of blood,
do better. You're rusty.
Our guest this evening, Father Sebastiaan. God, that was a stretch, man. I really,
yeah. You
I hope you can
anything.
sink your teeth into that one, y'all.
There we go. Sink your teeth into is better. By the way, Sebastiaan,
there you go. So our guest tonight is going to be here for a second, but before we do that, it's been a while, Dane. I think we still know how to do it.
Do we? Hold on. Is it time?
I think it might be. What should we do?
Cue the music?
Oh.
You ain't fucking with my energy. I don't never stop. You ain't fucking with my energy. Levels will never drop. I got the come through energy. I got the desperate energy. I got the big dick energy. I got the new food energy. You ain't fucking with my energy. I don't never stop.
Well, I see an empty chair, so I think he walked away.
He's like, fuck these guys.
By the way, it's actually the problem is Father Sebastiaan himself is a vampire, and much like vampires have no reflection, they also don't show up on cameras.
No, that's not true.
Oh my God, I see him. He's a specter.
Wait. While we're at it,
there he is. There he is.
Fun fact. So the reason that they said that vampires don't show up in mirrors is not the same reason. It's like you can see them in camera. You can't see them on mirrors because way back in the day, mirrors were backlined with silver. Fun fact.
I did not know.
Yeah, but here's the thing: real vampires always wear silver, not gold.
This is true too. That is also.
There's a lot of contradictory metals and elements happening here with reflective surfaces.
2 minutes. I'm making an impression real quick.
Do what you got to do. You're making a great impression right here, baby, because you're working all day, all night, and I appreciate that.
He is literally making fangs. That should tell you everything you need to know.
While he's grinding away, literally grinding away in a fang. So
wait, real quick, before you segue terribly again.
Oh, damn!
Did you watch Euphoria like I told you to?
No,
you didn't.
Haven't watched it at all.
Bro,
not a minute of it. Not that I don't want to.
When you all right, you know what? When you sit down and you actually watch it,
I'll let you know.
Two things are gonna go through your mind. You're gonna be like, one, why the fuck did I wait this long to watch this? And two, what the fuck are these little high school kids? What is going on in high school now? How are they doing these kinds of drugs? Who's their plug?
That I keep hearing. Yeah,
it is. I mean, it's like it's like a requiem for a dream. If it was in high school, and it was now, that's the best way I can.
Dude, I watched that movie on acid.
Dude, I can't.
That was a mistake. And you know the scene in the end.
Yeah, when his arm is all fucked up, right?
Well,
wait, which one?
Okay, with the arm.
Spoilers for everybody present.
No, I'm sitting there with my ex-girlfriend, and we're watching the movie, and you know the scene where the guys are paying the girls to make out.
Yes.
Well, one of my friends that I worked with at the nightclub at the time was one of those girls. And we were like, holy shit, it's Jessica Rabbit.
Okay.
And we're on acid in a basement in Brooklyn.
Nice.
And we were just like, oh, wow.
Small world.
Doing the full Roger Rabbit face.
A gig, what is it? What is it? A gig is a gig is a gig is a gig.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
Yeah.
Shit. It's an
still
iconic
a beautiful
movie.
woman 25 years later.
Boom.
Speaking of gigs, Mr. Father Sebastiaan here has he's been at. I'm going to give you the quick rundown here from his bio, right? So you got, for those of you maybe listening to the audio only version and can't see, his setup is in his studio where he makes custom vampire fangs like Dane is wearing at the moment. So he's a master fangsmith. He's also a published author. He has multiple books, and I think his most recent is called Black Veil. And he's also the impresario of the Endless Night Vampire Ball, which is happening this weekend. Was it Sunday?
Sunday. Yes.
Sunday.
Yeah,
in
Sunday.
downtown Los Angeles. He's also, you've probably, if you've ever owned a TV, it sounds like you may have seen him because he's been on Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures, the CW History Channel, Discovery, and MTV. He's also been in the New York Times, Glamour, Cosmo, Revolver Magazine, and a bunch of others. And obviously, you get around, you travel all over the damn place.
But
the
catacombs.
Most important, an exclusive for you.
Yes.
we're going to be doing what's called a conclave, which is kind of like a 4-day event with DJs and a pool party and snorkeling at night and going to cenotes. I always mess that up.
Be frank with you.
Yep.
It's going to be in Cancun on the Easter weekend 2023.
Nice.
And there's a party that's going to be our local sponsor, and it's called I Am a Vampire.
Nice.
And we're going to have all 5 Mexican fang smiths. You can get your permanent fangs there.
Amazing.
It's going to be awesome. And
I'm down for the simple fact that it's on Easter. Oh, love that. Love that.
I'm down for the simple fact that there's an opportunity to perform there. He said with no shame at all. We'll talk about it.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
We'll talk about Neon Coven playing with the Vampire Ball.
Oh, that's right. Neon Coven is playing at the
that's
ball.
right. Shout out to Tony and the boys.
Tony, a.k.a. Shock the Monster. All the
Tony
fellas.
Lost Boys.
Tony Lost Boys.
He's the most Italian Lost Boy I know.
He is so Italian. He is so very.
I'm working my way onto that list with you, Sebastian.
Well, I'm Dutch, but no one knows what the fuck that means in America.
Fucking
waffles. It means we share that we split the check.
No, that's Belgian.
Like waffles.
It just means we split the check.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but there's a lot more to being Dutch than that.
That's all I got. I got nothing else, man.
You got to be the Dutchy Italian Astro.
There we go.
Hey.
Oh wait, and who special guest from
Harvey Guillermo.
Yeah, Guillermo
from What We Do in the Shadows is hosting.
Is hosting, and I fucking love him. And if you watch What We Do in the Shadows, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. Is going to be there on Sunday.
Awesome,
dope as fuck.
Big ups to Taika Waititi for being a
Taika Waititi also
legend as well.
Yeah, Taika Waititi is.
Legend.
You know what's really good is Aboriginal people. You know, one thing that I really find silly is we call our Native Americans, our Aboriginal people here in the United States, Indians. When in Canada, they call them Aboriginals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in Australia as well, I believe, right? They don't.
There's
not some random name that exists for a whole other people already being twice
that you just kind of made up.
What's interesting about what's really interesting about the Mexican culture is they're a lot more in touch with their indigenous culture.
Yeah, Aztecs and all that kind of.
Aztecs was made up. The word was made up by a German in 1935.
I didn't know that. What?
Me neither.
Yeah, the Mexica were the people that touched I can't pronounce a fucking city that was in Mexico City. No, that's a different city. I understand it when I hear it, but Mexico City has the oldest vampire culture in the U.S.
Shut up! Really?
I mean, in the world.
In the world? Oh. What?
Yeah,
I would not equate the two. But
there's a Mayan bat god, and they were bleeding. They were ripping people's hearts out for the gods that were vampires.
Oh, it does make sense. Okay, yeah, that tracks. I see that. Okay.
Sweet Lord, that's quite
for the whole family. For the whole family,
it's interesting how much just in my lifetime the culture surrounding vampire everything has had so many iterations and evolutions in just the last like 10-20 years, and a lot of it hinging around pop culture too, like different films that have come out and then the things that
mostly films that come out.
Versus, and then obviously with music as well. Yeah, I mean art in general seems to be a heavy driver of the zeitgeist.
The pop culture vampire. I'm going to explain in a second after I rip this mold out of this beautiful gentleman's mouth.
After I mangle someone off camera, just blood flying on the screen.
That would be amazing, by the way. But yeah, no, because if you look at if you track just like a few of the like Interview with the Vampire in Brooklyn, Twilight, it does take on these iterations.
Underworld,
like
too.
Underworld
became like more cyberpunk vampires.
Where each kind of subsect, it changes kind of the narrative of what a vampire kind of now would be or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's always, I mean, I fuck with the Underworld series. I watch it like it's my I can't fall asleep. I need to throw something on.
Sharpie.
Fun fact series.
Yeah. The
Kate Beckinsale.
Dude. dude.
Like still, today. You want to talk about butt stuff? Kate Beckinsale. You
Mariah,
serious?
that's it, man. Kate Beckinsale butt stuff. That's where
how
it's
does that
now.
even? How does that spandex even work? Good for you, sweetheart. If you ever see this, Kate, listen to me. Shh. Give me a second, Santino. Kate, if you ever see this, thank you for years. Thank you. Anyway, back to the show.
I was actually Michael for Halloween like a couple years ago. That whole crazy costume.
Really?
It was
I
like
didn't like. He
it
had
was like
a
a variation of that
weird-
of the Michael thing mixed with like I don't know. I guess West Borland.
Oh, I get it now. Yeah, you're right because you had the black eyes and stuff. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right,
full
that's right.
on thing. There's a black guy right there. Yeah, it's just always got him. So Had to be done.
Fuck you.
Puns, baby. Puns and wordplay.
Yes.
All right. So speaking of traveling a lot, Sebastian, I know you're all over the place. You're in Cali right now. You'll be in Paris. You're doing something in Mexico, New Orleans, right?
Well, the pandemic kind of fucked up my travel and forced me to go to Mexico and hang out.
You and everybody else, man. Yeah, no, I get that. But you're from where I'm from. You're a fellow Jersey boy.
Well, I was born in San Diego.
No one needs to know that part.
I mean,
I know, but if you tell everybody that part, my Jersey reputation will be ruined.
I didn't know you were born in San Diego. What part? Whereabouts?
Balboa Medical Naval Center.
I know exactly where that is. I used to live over by there.
Where and how long were you in Jersey for? Because that's more important than San Diego.
My parents forced me to go to New Jersey after my dad sold the first 6 Pong games and moved to New Jersey in 1944. 1945, I think.
So you were.
So wait. So you consider yourself from Jersey or from Cali?
I'm a surfer boy, and you can surf in both places.
Can you surf in Jersey? Is there waves?
Yeah,
from the Jersey Shore.
Oh right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, my family,
the water's gross though.
My mom's family's from Jersey. My dad's family's from Brooklyn.
Oh, gotcha. And that's why you were in Brooklyn, tripping on acid, watching
Requiem for a Dream.
I don't do those drugs anymore. I can't.
I love New York, man. That's it. Not too many stories start with I was in New York, and then the rest of it's bad.
You say that.
Let me wrap up with this client.
All right, sure. When he comes back, I did want to just congratulations in order because I saw that you posted that you had been this is your I forget what year being sober, and congratulations. I'm
gonna put this back down real quick.
Could not imagine, but kudos to you.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then we have a question from the chat once you get back as well. And if anybody else watching has any questions for Father Sebastian, just drop them in the chat.
Or for me, or for the Misfit.
Or for us, of course. Yeah, for sure. And if you don't know how to contact us during these live broadcasts, we have a live chat on Twitch.
Send me a carrier pigeon.
That's the only way, really. But at the Misfit with X's for eyes, instead of so MXSFXT, or Dane the Great, DAYNETHEGR, the number 8, or of course on the Failure Made Monsters YouTube. Hop on there and you can interact with us through the live chat, and we'll see it here while we're chatting and talking smack about Dane mostly, and yeah, it's gonna be great. So drop some questions.
Could you imagine trying to send a nude with a carrier pigeon?
It'd be a great. The problem is here's the problem with that.
Well, there's no pictures.
Well, no, the biggest. I mean, even if it were a drawing, the pigeon couldn't carry the picture. It'd be too large.
All right. Is that what we're on now?
That's
okay.
That's
all right.
a dick joke for you, sir.
Lying on our dicks. Let's do it. All right.
So, Sebastian, I
need several pigeons. I don't know.
Dane wanted to offer you congratulations on the sobriety. I know you are celebrating on the old social medias.
The socials.
Social media.
Yes.
I just got a bill in the mail. Oh man.
A bill for what?
Social media?
Yeah, no, for a costume.
Oh.
And I thought the designer was going to do it for free.
By the way, if you are planning on showing up to the ball, man, hope your look is better than mine, which it fucking won't be. My shit is fire.
Are you going in the same outfit you were on the Vampire magazine cover in?
I am not. I could have. I asked if Sebastian wanted me to do that, but I am not. And I thought about the makeup idea all night, and I was like, I will literally throw my
For the
head in wall.
uninitiated, can you give a quick backstory on that and what the deal is?
Yeah, you just dropped that on me while I was. So yeah, Father Sebastiaan also has a magazine called Vampire Magazine, Vampire with a Y. You can find that at vampiremagazine.com. It is all things vamp related, all things LA based, kind of vampire culture, Coven related. And I just so happened to be fortunate enough to have graced the cover.
Yes, you were. And this was
wow, look at that sexy bastard.
This was the look here. You can see on screen for those who watch the video.
Do you know the story behind this picture?
That's Baron Samedi, correct?
His son.
Yeah, his son.
So
elaborate, please.
So a real short story is I've been going to New Orleans since the spirit of New Orleans, the mother guardian spirit, is called Bablancha. That's what we call the soul of New Orleans, which is she's an ancient Creole, Native American. She's a Native American spirit that was there with the crew. The Cree, I think, were the natives are there. I'm not really sure off the top of my head.
That's what you said before.
But Bablancha was the guardian spirit, and when you go into New Orleans, you have three options. You go and you have a good time and get drunk and you eat and you do all that stuff.
Yeah.
The second thing is
option one. Sorry.
The second option is you have a great time, and then 20 years later you're like, yeah, I rolled in for Mardi Gras in 1969 and the city kept me. And I've known people that have gone there on a holiday and end up moving it.
I don't know. That's
okay. But that's a special soul. And then there's the kind of people that are like, I went to New Orleans and I can never go back. I got drunk. And so basically the spirit will judge you if you come. If you just want to come for a week and have a good time and pay her money, her currency, her energy, and give her oil industry or her oysters, buy some oysters, go buy a voodoo bag, go on a tour, anything like that. But the city is definitely a living being.
Yeah.
And
I have not been yet, unfortunately.
I've not been either, and I'm sad about it every day.
Yeah, I really want to go. I have yet to have the opportunity.
Well, Anne Rice, who just made this is Fred. Baron Samedi is a voodoo spirit, and the voodoo spirits are very special. Okay, because believe it or not, Baron Samedi is married to a white chick from Ireland.
And when do you get on?
I'm married to a white Irish chick from the UK, from England. Does that count?
Hello.
I'm not a baron, though.
Well, Baron Samedi is a Getty, a Getty is a type of Lawa, which is a mixture of an angel and a saint. Okay,
right.
I mean, now we're still talking about me here because my name literally translates to saint. So I'm good. All right, so I'm.
Can we not talk about you for like 2 seconds?
Absolutely not. This show. That's why I'm the first box of the three. So don't forget that. It's like Hollywood Squares, but with one important person. So.
Oh wow! All right.
It's Sebastiaan, obviously, the one important person here, not me. It's always the guest. The guest is always the important.
I actually, and for the record, I did not. I mean, I had seen Baron Samedi in some stuff, just like movies, and I think they kind of touch on him in what was it, American Horror Story, but like I didn't know the details until Sebastiaan told me to ask me to do this, and I was like, oh, there's a lot more history to this than I was aware of.
Well, Baron Samedi is the Lawa of death and sex.
Nice.
Okay.
Now we're talking about Dane.
And his son came to me. There's these black kids that used to tap dance with soda bottle caps on the streets of New Orleans. Okay, and they'd make money. And they were really talented. So before Katrina, I used to give money to this one kid, and I watched him grow up from 1995 to 2004, right before Katrina happened. And I give him money every year because he'd be on the same street. And I would ask him what his name was, and he said his name was Fred.
Yeah.
And Katrina happened, and I never saw him again. So before we went down to New Orleans in 1990 and 2007, we had to take a break from Katrina because the city needed to recover.
Right.
Yeah,
I had a dream with my graphic designer and the one of the queens of voodoo in New Orleans, Bloody Mary, about this tattooed pattern and steampunk goggles. And Fred came to me in a dream with this symbols, and he had a top hat, and he says, "My father is Baron Samedi." So he is the son of Baron Samedi. He's not Baron Samedi.
Got it.
And a lot of people confuse the two because Baron Samedi is the Gede of sex and death. He's the gatekeeper. Baron Samedi's wife is a saint. Do you ever hear of Saint Bridget?
Only if they're you.
Okay. So there was an ancient Celtic goddess named Bridget who had the eternal flame. And she transferred from a goddess to a saint in the Catholic Church so they could absorb them to Alawa. And she married Baron Samedi. So she comes in three aspects. So she's the name of the islands of Britain are named after Bridget. So So Baron Samedi, his wife, Alawa, is a white woman with red hair. Okay. So you show the diversity of the voodoo practitioners. Okay. It's not, it started in Haiti, but it started with an Afro-Caribbean religion, but there's white Gede.
Yeah.
Okay. So it really is a powerful diversity. Plus, there's a strong sense of ascension of spirits becoming ancestor spirits. There's a strong sense of reincarnation.
And I got to represent that shit.
Yes.
Out of curiosity,
Fred came to me and he was like, "I am now the spirit of New Orleans. Take me around the world. I want to adventure."
Yeah.
So I brought him to Paris, Amsterdam, London, and we've done parties in Moulin Rouge. We've done parties in Salem. We've done parties in Tampa. We've done parties, and he's the spirit of the Endless Night Vampire Ball.
That's awesome. And is there, out of curious, is there are there any historical interminglings of the things that seeded what we perceive as vampire culture and voodoo culture in the backstory, that the origins, or are they completely separated?
Vampire comes from multiple sources.
Yeah.
Voodoo is a cocktail.
Yeah.
Of religions.
Religion and traditional practices and just stuff.
So this would be, so I guess if somebody else were to ask somebody else this question, the only answer would be yes, Father Sebastiaan did it with the Endless Night Vampire Ball, intermingled these two things.
I had a quick wait. So I did want to. Well, I'll get back to yours, Mariah. But I just wanted to know when the Vampire Ball started, because Tina's was saying he actually came to one, and I've been in LA for 7 years, I think now, and I didn't find out about it till maybe 3 years ago. So I was just kind of wondering that. I was just curious when it started.
Well, it started basically in 1995, Christmas Day, 1995. I got so frustrated because I couldn't find any good fang makers in my area in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew you were from New Jersey.
And my mom, I sat her down and she introduced me to Anne Rice. And I sat her down and I made her a pair of fangs because I saw a guy making fangs at a convention 2 years earlier. A horror convention, and he made me and my girlfriend fangs, and we wanted to go as vampires to the prom.
Nice.
And so I had these fangs, and I was wearing them all the time, and everybody was asking me how do I get fangs, and this guy retired. So I kind of took over his mantle informally, and I trained with a dentist for 16 months. My grandfather was an orthodontist, and my aunt is a dentist. Mom's still around. My grandfather is no longer around. And we rocked it out
Yeah.
Like my mom, I made my mom an okay pair of fangs, and I went professional a month later because I had all the basically Karate Kid wax on, wax off pictures for 16 months.
Huh.
And I was working at a sexy shoe store in the mall called Wild Pairs, and in Bridgewater Commons
Humble beginnings.
That's a great name.
That's a great name.
And this girl and this guy came in with these two girls, one under each arm, right before I started making my mom fangs. And he's like, "Do you have a fax machine?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." And he's like, "Put your name on the guest list as a reward. Thank you. Fax this guest list to Limelight."
Huh.
Okay.
And so
Limelight, and for those who don't know, Limelight was a very, very popular club in New York City.
Did not know that.
Limelight was a huge nightclub located, I believe, it was in the church, in the middle of New York, somewhere near Gramercy or just south of Gramercy.
Damn.
So I used to live near not East Village, Gramercy area on that side.
It's west of Gramercy.
West of Gramercy.
Yeah, it's in Chelsea.
I haven't been in that area. Was it in Chelsea? Limelight?
Yep.
Yeah, Jesus, I've been there once. Not Limelight itself. I was at the church, but not the church itself either. I walk in and catch fire immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a deconsecrated church. It's quite a evil place.
Yeah, most churches are.
Spiritually, I felt it was probably the most haunted place I've ever been.
And then they put a gym in there.
Really?
David
Barton's, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. All right.
Which is like a nightclub gym.
I've never heard of that.
Interesting concept. Yeah. I don't think it's there anymore. I don't know what's there now. But so you got
I always wanted to go into a church and like do the fucking Lost Boys shit where you like run in and like fill up water guns and just like dip out in the fucking holy water. Just be like, "Sorry, I need this. Don't trip." Sorry.
We didn't have many squirt guns in there or much holy water. We had a lot of drugs.
Yes. All right. So
and it got out of hand. And the owner loved me so much because I, at that time, was completely straight edge.
Oh.
And
I'd have been pouring GHB in the fucking holy water.
He's using squirt guns to shoot GHB into drinks across the fucking room.
I got you.
I didn't go near her.
When I was working at Limelight in 1994, 1995, in the first half of 96.
Yeah.
All right. Guess what happened?
In origin.
Ecstasy was legal.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, because when it came back in, they didn't know how to classify it yet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ecstasy was legal. Marijuana was not legal.
Mm.
Okay. GHB you could buy at GNC.
Nice. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay.
So you could get GNC GHB?
You're dumb.
Sorry.
But yes, you could.
Yeah.
Had to be done. Had to be done.
By you. Yeah, no, I remember that. I remember when you could get so ecstasy was still being used for like therapy trials.
That was the early 80s.
Oh, that was the early 80s.
It takes a lot of work to get a drug classified as.
Yeah, but it wasn't classified as a drug for a long time until it resurfaced and then started getting abused at like every fucking rave that existed. And then the next thing you knew, it was like, oh, now it's a narcotic. One pill will get you like 15 years. Like, it was crazy.
I did my first hit of ecstasy the night it became illegal.
Nice.
Like you do.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
You know,
as soon as it was the taboo that really did it for you.
All right, people, God damn it. I don't like the fact that I can talk about the inception of any fucking drug. It makes me unsettled in my core. Okay. Back in my day, before they made alcohol, back in Prohibition, just change the subject.
Hold on, is this true? So real quick in chat, Corinne says Limelight is reopening supposedly June 24th.
I mean, I'll play a show there if you want.
That's fucking interesting because that's been quite a while since that's been gone.
If you want to get there and play a show, teeners, I'm down.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I won't play anywhere dope like that. I mean,
that club I've done.
I'm not a fan of the haunted place
there and under different incarnations, but it will never be the Limelight of the old.
No, it's like anything else that gets rebooted. It doesn't have the soul of the original. You know, speaking, I was trying to hunt this down. I found this here.
I'm sorry. Why you do that?
Trying to remember what year this was.
Santino, I did ecstasy. What? What? Thanks. All right, what are you gonna show?
There you go, Terry.
Way to go, Terry.
There you go.
Do more, and then mix it with other drugs so you can really.
Here we go. So 2017 is when I was at the Vampire Ball.
Look at you.
Right, and that's with the homegirl Asphyxia Noir, my friend Felicia.
Who I also
and I was there with Tony and Ashley, the whole.
I know
crew,
Tony
so,
and Ashley.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Vamprophilia also. She's gonna be there as well.
Shout out to Vamprophilia.
Amazing. Me and her are gonna be in the same section. Yay! Hi.
Hey.
So the schedule for the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, let us know.
Okay, it's a weekend, and actually, it's the LA Vampire Week.
Oh,
okay. It begins on Wednesday at Bar Sinister.
Right. Yeah, I'll be there.
The Vampire Lounge. Every Wednesday, the Sabretooth clan gathers for mozzarella sticks and dumplings at the amazing Bordner's restaurant at 9:00. We got our fangs on. We take them off to eat, of course.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how do you eat a mozzarella? How do you eat mozzi? How do you eat mozzi with fangs in? How you do it?
Mozzarella. Anyway,
so then Thursday
it is a good time, by the way. You should come out if you're anywhere near the Hollywood area. Go.
Yeah, it's Wednesdays. You got to wear all black.
Yeah,
but it's
no logos.
It's really cool, and we have a secret lounge up on the stage. That's like our living room. We're up there. It's really funny. Just come up and say hi and come up.
Don't be scared. We won't bite.
Don't be scared. We're just a bunch of vampires hanging up behind some curtains. And then Thursday night is a crew dinner, so it's not public. And then Friday night at 9:00 to 2:00 in the morning, we have a secret location. Okay, that's announced at noon.
Okay, I was like, I didn't hear about this.
For a VIP party called the Vampire Salon Noir, where you got to wear all black.
That's on Friday night?
Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to tell anybody where it is until noon on Friday.
Huh. Okay.
And you get a secret email with the address, and I suggest you Uber there.
You're most definitely
I'm gonna be fucked up there. Just so y'all know. Like, I don't mind mentioning I am going to be there.
Sebastian's definitely not going to tell anyone, especially us, the second we end this broadcast and we're not public and live anymore. He's definitely not telling anyone.
I didn't know
right?
about this. I wish I would
have. I put out false feelers of venues that supposedly it's at, and it's not going to be at those venues. So
yeah,
be ready for the announcement on Friday at noon. If you got to buy a VIP ticket to get or be on the guest list, and you can come and get your laminate and boom.
Awesome.
Cool.
So
and then
Friday night's always secret. It's announced at noon. So any announcements of venues is not true.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So don't show up to my house,
so
Dane.
Excited.
The party's not in my office, Dane.
I'm excited about it. I didn't know about this.
Yeah,
I mean, this is kind of exclusive for me because I did not know, and I'm excited. All right, cool.
Tomorrow, on Wednesday afternoon, the Know Before You Go guide comes out.
Okay,
which will list all the events in the weekends because LA's so last minute.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay,
very
LA's so last minute. It's going to have a couple FAQs. It's going to have the schedule of weekends. And unfortunately, the mask mandates aren't over yet.
I thought they were the 15th. Isn't that today?
I thought so. Yeah. As long as you're back.
Yeah.
Although LA specifically might be different.
No. Governor Newsom put out a post and announcement that the 15th they were going to roll back mandates and they were
LA County will lift outdoor mask mandate Wednesday.
I thought indoor too. No,
so I think it's
California. If you're vaccinated.
No, as I'm saying, California. But LA County's outdoor mask requirement will end Wednesday, which is fucking stupid. And wearing a mask out, we already know that's not a thing. I have no problem wearing a mask when it makes sense, but
I haven't been using my mask outdoors at all.
No.
Sorry, guys. I already got it twice. Can't get me again, motherfucker.
You say that.
I know, right?
And we never heard from him again. Yeah, I'm looking it up. Wednesday, all residents 2 and older wear masks in indoor public spaces. So they'll lift the requirement for the state. The vast majority of California counties have said they will file that guideline. Santa Clara, Mendocino, in addition to LA, will retain local universal indoor mask mandates until likely next month.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Well, fine.
Well,
Which is
kind
kind of.
Hey guys, mute me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, I was really kind of looking forward to it kind of being over a little bit more.
I totally fucking agree, man. I mean, I'm
It's a bummer.
even after obviously I caught it and now I'm a little less worried about it, but I was a little less worried about it when Omicron became the more prevalent variant. That's why I traveled to begin with. Like I didn't, I wasn't stressing out about it nearly as much.
I didn't want to be at the fucking ball and like be all.
I got see.
I got things in. What do you mean? Like I got to wear a mask? It's fucking lame.
No, I hear you. It's funny. In the comments real quick. Terry also used to believe in vampires and would cover her neck at night as a result. That's fair enough.
I mean, that's a good plan, good strategy. We can get around that.
I'm curious what is your opinion of the existence of vampires in whatever form? As I know in some that Sebastiaan, I'm asking. So I know depends on your definition of it as well.
Traditional vampires are fantasy. They're a metaphor in our culture. The great modern vampire mythos started with a gentleman named Lord Byron.
Lord Byron.
And he was a bastard. He was the original rock star. And he was an aristocrat from England. And he started writing a short story called The Vampire. And he was on holiday and he was gay as gay can get. I mean, he had imagine Cinderella's pumpkin carriage with all gay guys. Okay. Instead of mice.
So West Hollywood. Gotcha.
I was gonna say this.
Fucking awesome.
Okay. Dope as fuck. I'm kicking it.
All right. So what happened was he started the story, and John Polidori, one of his love toys, I think it was a journalist of sorts, and Mary Shelley were writing a story competition, and he finished the story and he called it The Vampire. And this was the first story about a vampire who was an aristocrat who would feed from the health of the living and be a bastard like Jim Morrison or Lestat from Queen of the Damned.
Right.
And he was Lord Byron. Okay. And this started what we call the modern vampire mythos. Throughout the 19th century, there was various incarnations of the vampire mythos until it accumulated into the first great vampire mythos of the world, and that was Dracula by Bram Stoker.
Right.
That's where Vlad the Impaler was.
Vlad the Impaler, Vlad Tepes, actually, that's Romanian culture. Period. That wasn't like they used.
No, I know he's a real, but wasn't I haven't.
It will come. It comes in the story.
Like, was it Bram Stoker's or something? One of them was like the inspiration for Dracula, like the original Dracula was Vlad the Impaler. Is what I recall, but I don't remember the details.
Well, Vlad the Impaler and Dracula. He took the name Dracula, and he said a Romanian count, but it wasn't based on Vlad Tepes.
It wasn't.
That was connected in 1992's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Right. Oh,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So Dracula's hanging out, doing his thing. Okay, he's Draculaing around for a bunch of movies and books and
Draculaing around.
Is that the new? Is that the name of the episode now? Like,
Draculaing
we
around.
Change it to
Yes,
Draculaing around, like, doing his thing.
Draculaing around.
And then in 1975, a little short story became a full-length novel called Interview with the Vampire.
Right.
And what it did was it took
R.I.P. Ambrose.
The conflict of two characters, Louis and Lestat. Lestat embraced being a vampire, and he was an atheist. He's like, I don't know any God. He doesn't care. He's out of God's plan. Well, Louis was a slave plantation owner, and he conflicted about his moral nature of being a Catholic.
Right.
So he was like, it shows that the restrictions that Dracula had were placed on himself.
Played exquisitely by both in their prime Brad Pitt and fucking Tom Cruise. Kids, you don't understand. You don't understand who Tom Cruise and Kristen Slater. You don't know who these three pinnacles of heartthrob actors
and Kirsten
were
Dunst,
at that
right?
time.
Too was in that.
Kirsten Dunst was good, but like that cast was fucking top tier elite of Hollywood. Just FYI.
Correct, but they never made a sequel.
They never made
that story.
Not a worthy one.
Tom Cruise,
yeah, is
about 5 inches shorter than Lestat was. Lestat was 6 foot.
Tom Cruise is about 5 inches shorter than everyone is.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is Anne Rice brought a couple things to the vampire mythology: atheism, the conflict of religion in a vampire's heart, the angelic vampire being predator, hunting by beauty and seduction. Okay, and the queen of the vampires in the vampire family lineage.
Yeah.
Okay, she brought that in. Okay, and various incarnations of her stories were told over a period of time. Like, for example, Akasha in the books, the canon of her novels is not black. She's actually Persian.
That's Queen of the Damned, right? Yeah. Aaliyah.
So,
by the way, also Aaliyah, you guys.
Aaliyah.
That Queen of the Damned stole my heart.
Yeah.
But it shows, like, in
immaculate
storytelling, that you can shapeshift a story over the eras.
Right. Yeah.
And now,
like,
now,
fiction.
Interview with the Vampire is being filmed in New Orleans.
We talked about this at Vampire Lounge, and it's terrible. And
I have no problem.
Released the first footage. Did you see it?
No. Is it redeemable?
It's
really?
got some potential. And I've been talking to some members of the set, some people that work on the set, and they said it is a new incarnation. It's a new variation, but it's new. Okay. And during the Super Bowl was the first footage shown of it. And you ever see Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
I haven't.
You
know Grey Worm?
Wow. Yes. Who? Wait. Ooh, that could be dope. That could be dope.
And they've changed the storyline a little bit around.
Right.
Okay, they bumped it up, I think, a century when Lestat meets Louis.
Yeah.
Okay, but it looks like Lestat.
Okay.
More than
all right. I don't know. All right. Because anytime they do like reimaginings and sequels this far out, it's like it's probably gonna be trash.
I mean, that's not true, because the Leonardo DiCaprio variation of Romeo and Juliet was fucking fire. So, and that's pretty far out from the original.
No. I mean, like when there's one movie and then they do another, like doing a Ghostbusters 5 now.
I heard Afterlife was really good. I didn't see it.
It is really good. It's actually really, really good. And I suggest, if you haven't seen it, Paul Rudd's amazing.
Also, R.I.P. to Ivan Reitman.
Oh, R.I.P.
He passed away. Actually, I saw it during the Super Bowl. The director.
Day before, yeah.
Oh, Jason and his son Jason.
The original director of the original Ghostbusters. For those of you that weren't born before 1990.
A whole mess of other comedy legendary.
Right.
Yeah. He was
everything that made Bill Murray a goat, basically.
Straight the fuck up.
Yeah, but you know what?
Other than Bill Murray being a goat.
About storytelling, the storytellers have the original incarnation of the story. People can refer back to the original Ghostbusters. See for example, let's talk about the controversy of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to keep it short. There was 2 movies. The first one was amazing, groundbreaking. Yeah. Bill Murray improvised every line in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, as he can.
And he showed up the damn day of
production because it was shitty lines and it was a stupid plot.
Yeah.
Okay. They tried to reboot it by erasing the old trilogy instead of making a new part of the same part of the universe.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And then they had an homage movie that came out, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Ironically, and I'm not joking when I say this, actually. So I posted about, RIP to comedy legend Ivan Reitman the night it happened. And I think the only person who actually liked that post was Paul Feig, the guy who directed the reboot.
Wow.
Yeah. Literally the only person, like, that night. I was like, holy crap. I'm a big fan. I met him once before at the Joel McHale show a long time ago, but I was like, oh wow, that's a fucking trip, because those, even though as fans, a lot of people he got a lot of backlash for and stuff, but I bet you he probably talked to Ivan and like a fair amount about this property that was so important to him through his life. So it's probably a big, big fucking loss for everybody, but somebody who's probably spent a lot of time with him. It was a shame, but it's it's weird. You get this, I don't know. People get precious about things, but there's probably people, younger generation, who had no clue about that. The history of Ghostbusters before.
I know what's going on.
But I honestly, I think bringing that back in, I mean, at some point, whatever got those juices going again to bring the franchise back, I hope
first of all
may have been what set up the franchise to come back again with Afterlife.
Listen, I don't want to interrupt
that was
you.
Gone for a long time.
I don't think it needs to come back. I think Ghostbusters is pretty amazing as it is. Afterlife is not an award-winning movie. It's just a great family film.
Yeah, they do a good job with the material that how they try to set it up. But real quick, Terry, I'm literally sitting here wearing fucking fangs. How you gonna tell me Santino should be in a fucking vampire movie? Do you know where you are right now? Do you smell burnt toast?
Look at
what
this.
Are you doing?
Look at this. That's why.
Anyway.
All right. Look at this.
Yeah.
So
I would cast you as a gay leather boy.
You wouldn't be the first person to try that one.
So let's get back to the vampire mythos.
Yeah.
So the first great vampire mythos was Dracula. Then was Anne Rice. And AMC, if they
who wrote a character named Santino, by the way.
Santino would make a great vampire.
No, there is a vampire named Santino, I think, in an Anne Rice novel.
Santiago.
Hang on, I'm looking it up.
I know there's not a Dane. That's for Dane.
I know there's a vampire named Santino in something.
Vampire Chronicles. My counterpart in media is a vampire from the what's that called? The Vampire Diaries.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Yeah,
if they're gonna rip off my name, they should rip it off from like Throw Me an Anne Rice.
Yes, Santino is in the Vampire Chronicles universe created by Anne Rice.
Cool.
Oh.
So I got more points going for me, Dane. Sorry.
You.
Anyway, Sebastian, please.
Lovingly fuck you.
Like, and fuck you back, baby. Gay leather boy right here. Let's go. I also have a question from the comments from chat for Sebastian once we on a similar topic here too about other writers and creators of the mythos. But please, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So from Anne Rice and all, you had the creators then.
Then in 1991, about 1989, a guy named Mark Reinhagen went to Anne Rice and said, "I'd like to make a role-playing game like Dungeons and Dragons based on your mythology." And Anne Rice hates fan fiction. She's very possessive of her things. And she passed away this last November.
R.I.P.
Okay.
We had a vigil for her at the Vampire Lounge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what happened was she didn't respond. So he took the basis of the Anne Rice structure and he did something that revolutionized the vampire genre. He made a universe that included all the different types of vampires tied together into a mythology called The Legend of Cain. And the vampires in his story were the Illuminati and a conspiracy called the Camarilla. And there was 13 clans of vampires that existed, and they were all descendants of Cain. And some say Lilith. And this was the background for a story that started something called the World of Darkness, which was a amazing universe where vampires ruled the cities and princes ruled of the vampire courts in each city. Prince was male or female. It didn't matter if there was no princess. Okay, it was a prince.
I mean, he was the purple one. Sorry.
No, I wish.
You're dumb. I did. That took me so long to get. I hate you for that. Gross.
Dane, sorry about that.
Sorry.
So what happened is when this role-playing game came out, Hollywood loved this vampire mythos because you had every type of vampire from every type of mythology represented as a clan or a bloodline in the same universe. And they had a law and this law was called the Masquerade. And if you let anybody that wasn't of the blood know that vampires existed, you had to kill them or you would be killed.
Was there an option to turn them?
You had that permission from the prince.
From the purple one.
Way to find the loophole.
Sorry. No, that's the way to do it.
Ruled the city and enforced the Masquerade. And then there was ancient vampires that were sleeping. So the older of a vampire you were, the more sleep you would needed. And it was called torpor. It's a whole amazing universe. Well, guess what? When Blade came out, they ripped off the entire idea and made the Blade vampire community as the backdrop for Wesley Snipes to kill a bunch of vampires.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that reboot, by the way.
By the way, that looks amazing.
Ollie's going to crush
Mahershala is going to fucking murder that. I love it.
Wesley Snipes should play Whistler.
Dude. I think they're talking about bringing him in some capacity, right?
Yeah, like some kind of advisor, sage.
Something, yeah. That'd be fucking awesome.
I'm so excited.
So real quick, because we're coming up towards the end here, but I wanted to get to the chat here. We had a question from Mariah.
I'm sorry, I stepped all over that earlier.
Pop it on. No, you're good. No, so the question's for Father Sebastian. Have you ever heard of author J.R. Ward? She writes a series called The Black Dagger Brotherhood, very famous in paranormal literature. I told Dane he'd be the ideal character. The book series is about a vampire brotherhood.
Thanks, Mariah.
Just wondering, she wanted to know if you were familiar with it or not.
Way to recognize the talent.
Oh, I get a lot of fiction writers send me copies of their books to review for my blog, fathersebastian.com, or
with
put
2 A's at the end of Sebastian.
2 A's. It's IAAN. There's a long story why it's double A.
MCO. Sorry.
However, the reality is that there is so much vampire fiction out there. It's mind-boggling. And I wouldn't say I know most of the famous ones, but I'm not really into vampire fiction other than its connection to pop culture.
Fair. And that's sorry, Dane. Sorry. I didn't mean to give you the giggles with that, man. It was a stupid dad joke. I slipped in there. Sorry.
So dumb.
You're gonna burst the vest on your head. Sebastian has no idea what the fuck's going on right now.
I have no idea what's going on.
No, you said double. You said it's a double A.
There's a reason why it's a double A, and he goes MCO, and it's from like that stupid insurance commercial, like double A MCO or whatever.
Oh shit!
Stupid fuck.
I just slipped it in there while you're talking, and I ignored it. But I looked back at the screen, and Dane looked like he was about to. His whole forehead was going to explode.
And you know how like when something's even if it's stupid, if it gets you, and you try not to laugh, it like starts making it worse. Anyway,
look. All that anybody really needs to remember is that Terry did ecstasy, and I'm going to put that back in the screen.
Terry, correct me if I'm wrong, Terry. Did you do ecstasy?
Because Terry did ecstasy, and she thinks I should be a vampire, and I totally fuck with this combination of.
Hold on. Wait, no. First of all, I would like to give Sebastian the opportunity because he has a lot of fucking stuff. I didn't even know he had a blog. That's news to me. To plug all of the things.
Before so while we were
go any further,
that's what I was going to do to wrap this thing because I know you have a whole mess. You have the books that you've published. You have obviously the Vampire Ball, which we've gone over the schedule for. So I guess let's break this down one by one real quick. People can find your blog. And I assume more information about your fangs.
There it is. Your
fang work at
everything at fathersebastian.com.
Sweet. And that's for those who are listening to the audio only version of this podcast. That's Father FATHER Sebastian SEBASTIAAN.com. AA.com. Sorry, no. MCO.
Well, you can check out my fangs. So I have 2 sub projects. I have sabretooth.com, spelled like the Marvel character, and Marvel has tried to get that domain for me for many years.
Nice.
Charge him out the ass, baby.
Charge him crazy.
I know. I'm not giving it up unless that's my Bitcoin backup.
Yeah.
Fair.
And then the second one is that's all my fangs, and then I do 3D printed fangs now, and I do the old school like the Maid Dane. And then there's endlessnight.com, which is my really awesome events.
Yes.
And for those who don't know, what can people expect if they show up on Sunday, which is the primary day of Endless Night Vampire Ball?
Sorry. Well, they can expect a lot of really cool stuff.
Yes.
We have a red carpet from 9 to 10 that Dane is going to be running. He's the host of the red carpet. I just forgot to tell him.
Damn. So yeah, there's that.
Okay.
There you go.
And he's going to be interviewing people and talking to people and making sure the celebrities are good. Then there's so be there at 8:30.
Got it.
Oh, I have one for you. Right. And then at 10 o'clock, the gates open to a theater called the Globe Theater, which was built in the heyday of Broadway.
Beautiful location. Yeah, been there a couple of times.
LED displays at the butt. Then we have amazing performers. We have Neon Coven, who's a vampire band with Anthony. We love our Anthonys.
Yep. Shout out to Shock the Monster, who's been a guest on Failure Made Monsters. You go back and check previous episodes on YouTube if you want to watch that. We talk about his band, and I think that was during the pandemic. So they're getting back to it, which is great to see them getting back on stage again.
Yeah, it's great. I've been wanting to book them for years.
Yeah.
Then we do very short sets for bands because the attention span of people is they want to drink and dance.
Yes.
Right.
So Neon Coven's going to do 3 songs. I hope Anthony does Cry Little Sister. Man, that would be fucking awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
So we get these bands to do theme songs for vampires. Right. Then we have a guy named Jason Charles Miller of Godhead. Who's a band that played on the soundtrack for Queen of the Damned.
Yeah.
He's going to do acoustic set. Then we have at midnight, Guillermo Harvey is going to be hosting this whole thing. Okay. And he's going to be on stage with me and the rest of the crew. And we howl like wolves at midnight.
Nice. I'm down.
Okay. And then we have 2 acts of Danny Devine, and then we have Dan Sperry, the famous shock illusionist. He's going to do a silent mime-like performance on stage. Then we have my wedding, just so you know.
Right.
By the way, ding, ding, ding. Guess who's getting fucking married?
Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She's an awesome woman, and I'm really honored to be a part of her life and her to be a part of my life.
So cool.
There is never been such a great feeling in my life like this, and I'm really excited. And I knew when I'd be ready to get married. And there was a prophecy that was told to me. I'll tell you some other time.
This I need to pick your brain about.
But that's a long story ago.
That's all, man. Congratulations. So you're doing the ceremony there at the vampire ball.
And then we have in the basement an all-woman vampire temple called the Womb of the Vampire Goddess.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Okay. And then we have the best dress contest at like 12:45.
You know, there's no point.
Don't compete. I'm gonna win.
Damn it. I was just going to say there's no point in doing it. Dane's going to win. I was literally just about to say, just cancel it now and give him whatever the prize is.
No, I'm probably not going to be able to go in.
At 2:45 a.m., what happens? The time warp.
I love a good time warp.
What's going on? What?
Then the party's over and we go to the after party.
Yeah, basically.
Awesome. And I'm assuming after party, is that a known thing or is that something people have to find out as well closer to?
It's a secret location.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right.
There's a lot of secret locations that you need to figure out in LA because you want to do it kind of like mysterious a little bit.
Sure.
You know, Vampire's Mystery.
Yeah.
Kind of do the same thing.
I get it, man. The mystique is the fun.
The vibe. That's what happens.
Absolutely. One quick question. Is somebody going to preside over your wedding? Or you can do it yourself since you are father.
No, my best friend Patty Negri is going to do it.
Awesome. Oh, that's dope. Patty's going to do it.
Oh, and a vampire.
That's awesome.
Cool. We love Patty.
Hi, and Patty. I'll be like, Yamo, get over here now.
Well, congratulations to you and your fiance. Congratulations on another year coming up, a Vampire Ball. We know you've been doing this for a while. And I saw you had the book earlier, Black Veil. Where can people find that?
Amazon.
Sweet. So go on and you can find Black Veils. And obviously, like I said before, all these links, everything we're talking about on this show, Father Sebastian related, can be found at fathersebastian.com. And Mr. Sebastian yourself, Mr. Father Sebastian, the man, the myth, the legend, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you having you on.
Have a great night.
Thank you so much,
brother. All right, everybody. Well, that was an educational episode of Failure Made Monsters. I learned a whole lot more about vampires than I did.
Now you know shit about LA vampires. Come to LA.
Get bit. I've seen enough LA vampires and actual LA vampires.
Facts.
Fucking, we wrote a whole damn song about it.
That's
no
true.
energy left. Sucking
That's
me dry.
true.
Not in the sexy way.
Don't tell people though. That's a surprise for later.
That's coming. It's coming. We've been teasing it in the bumper for fucking few
Forever.
episodes.
Yeah.
We'll change it out though. We'll change it out. But yeah. So anyway, thank you guys. That was episode 50 of Failure Made Monsters.
Big 5-0 in
man.
this bitch.
So
we're half a century now.
We're getting there, man. Halfway to 100. So
wow.
If you don't already, follow us at Failure Made Monsters on Instagram. Follow Dane or I. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. Blah, blah, blah. You can find all the links at FailureMadeMonsters.com. And we have merchandise available at MainstreamMisfits.shop. Follow us to figure out when we're going to be doing the live broadcast next. But you can always find these episodes and all past episodes, audio-only version on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, et cetera, or the video versions on YouTube, Failure Made Monsters channel now. And you can watch all the goodness that we've been up to for the last year and change, 2 years now, however fucking long it's been. Coming up,
I'm not even tired of looking at you, man. I mean,
I don't blame you.
No pause on that either. Like you are a fucking sexy motherfucker.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah,
you're not so bad looking yourself. All beat up and shit now.
yo,
hair's looking good.
Do you
man.
see the butters? You see the butters? Okay,
I
had to get right for the ball. I'm telling you, if they do let me compete in this best dress shit, y'all are fucked.
If somebody else wins, I'll throw a damn hissy fit.
Same.
A damn hissy fit, sir. Dane.
Yes.
I love you, buddy.
I love you right back.
It's good to see you.
It's always good to see you.
Chat. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, you can join the show live when we do it and interact with us and be a part of the conversation. But you don't have to be. You can always watch it after the fact and just, pretend. Maybe send texts to yourself and feel like you're part of it. And that's fine, too. We support you. It's cool. It's all good.
Exactly.
It's all good. Anyway, we're out. We're going to wrap this up. Follow us online. See when we're coming back. We'll be around next week. And I'm going to keep saying it at the end of every episode till it happens. March 4th. Shot full of holes.
Shot full of holes.
Great. It's coming at you. And it's
whole lot of fuck you
sexy.
in the ass.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much. Failure Made Monsters, episode 50. Thank you to our guest, Father Sebastiaan. I am the Misfit. That's Dane the Great. And you all are sexy as fuck.
You are.
And we